Welcome back to another home photography video. Today we're going to be talking about portraits. We're going to be talking about a really cool kind of hack. I guess you'd call it a portrait photography hack. It's just a little trick that can really help to really improve your portraits, especially while we're around the house. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another video where, of course, we're here, we're at home. It's not going to stop us doing some fun photography stuff though, and today we're going to focus all on portraits. And we're going to look at a kind of photography hack, like a little tip, a little trick that you can use to enhance your portraits, add a little extra dimension to them. We've talked a little bit about something called subframing in a Tutorial Tuesday in the past, which I'll link to down in the description, maybe even in the comments as well, so you can check that out. But we're going to do something here which we're going to use to actually create our own framing device for any portrait, and this works especially well around the home. Now, of course, when you're doing portraits around the house of obviously whoever you've got with you in the house, it can be a little bit difficult to get a good looking background or a good looking environment without clearing loads of stuff away. And oftentimes you don't want it to look too much like it's just in the house. Maybe you want to have it look particularly nice, but there's a really easy trick that you can use to do two things. Add an extra visual dimension to your photo. So a foreground element. Number one, it adds a bit of framing to your subject as well, which works really well, and you can use it to hide little bits of the background that you don't want to be able to see. And all it is actually holding something up in front of the lens while you're taking a photo. Now, I've tried this out with a 35mm f1.4. I've tried out the 85mm f1.4. For me, I think it actually works best at something like 35 or 50mm. Even though I love 85mm, I think it works best at 35 or 50 because you get a little bit more kind of idea of what it actually is, and you can hold up almost anything in front of the lens while you're taking the photo. So it can be something like some leaves if you're out in the garden, just to add a little bit of something in the foreground, a little bit of something to frame your subject and maybe block out the neighbor's house or something like that. Maybe some grass, maybe it's a couple of bits of flowers or some blossom. You just literally hold it up in front of the lens. Or if you're indoors, something that seems to work really, really well is holding up a glass in front of part of the lens. Now, holding it really quite close to the lens, you're gonna get the light shifting around in a really interesting way. It can create a very interesting final image. It can hide a part of the background if you don't want that in there. It adds the foreground element to the image, but it also kind of plays around with the look. You get this shimmery kind of object in the frame, which just really helps to make the image pop a little bit more, and it helps frame your subject as well. So it's just a very, very nice, easy way of adding quite a lot to your portrait photo. Now, like I say, there's no limit to what you could do here. It's all about creativity. What are you going to put in front of that lens? So obviously, like I say, out in the garden, it's pretty straightforward. Maybe something like flowers, a blossom, grass, leaves. Indoors, a glass works really well, but you could put almost anything in front of there. You know, you could put almost anything in front of the lens. It's just, I'd love to see different things. So if you want to try this trick out with some portraits at home, make sure to tag us on Instagram, so @ParkCameras, or use the hashtag #ParkCameras so that we can come and check it out, and we'll feature some of our favorites in another video. And of course, shout out your Instagram page as well. I'll pop a full list of all the kit that I use down in the description as well, so you can check that out for yourselves. Make sure to subscribe for new home photography stuff for the foreseeable future. And then, of course, all kinds of other stuff as well. I will see you in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.